On a quiet, lonely night, there was a car accident. Awakening from the crash, we find ourselves in almost complete darkness. Our only comfort emanates from the pale moonlight obscured behind blackened trees. In the distance, we can see a large, derelict house. With our vehicle now in a state of disrepair, we are left with no choice but to investigate. But what we would uncover inside is a horror that was unimaginable. An infamous modification for Half-Life 2, Nightmare House 2 is widely considered to be the scariest community-made project for the original source game. Developed over the course of 2 years by the small team at We Create Stuff and released entirely for free, this mod's sole purpose was to terrify players. Its legacy was so impactful that even after 15 years, the developers have begun working on a standalone remake of the original version, called Nightmare House Reimagined. This therefore seems like a fitting time to delve back into the depths of Never Lose Hope Hospital, to try and survive this jump scare marathon, whilst uncovering the mystery behind its horror. So grab a cozy drink and make yourself comfortable, because before we can be admitted into this creepy medical building, we have to endure the haunted house that's nestled amongst the trees. Holding our flashlight closely, we skulk between the towering branches. The air is still and silent. The only sound we can hear are our footsteps pressing against fallen leaves on the ground. As we step onto the porch, we spot a trail of blood on the floor. It's leading directly into the building. Taking a peek through the window, we can see what looks to be a weathered and very unwelcoming interior. Despite the obvious red flags, we still need to find a way inside, as this could be the only place for miles that will grant us shelter to wait out the night. Creeping over to a nearby garden shed, we find something that might help us break in. Breaking open the trapdoor leading into the basement, we descend. Heading through the laundry room, the floorboards beneath us give way once again, and we find a body. It's unclear who this is or what exactly happened to them, but I think it's enough to confirm that coming in here was a mistake, and we need to get the hell out of here. Using a makeshift stairway, we gracefully climb to the next floor and encounter another body. But this one is torn in half. I think it's best we leave this place as soon as possible, especially considering that we're about to learn that there is something more sinister at play. something that goes beyond the zombified corpses. We have stumbled into a haunted house. A paranormal phenomenon surrounding a ghostly entity of currently unknown origins. If you're familiar with my Underhell video, or that mod in general, this woman may look familiar. But this isn't the same entity that haunted Jake Hawkfield. The similarity in the character's model is likely a product of the collaboration that happened between the late great MXD and Nightmare House's developer We Create Stuff, with them sharing some of their assets during the creation of Underhell. However, where the ghost haunting the Underhell house represents a disturbing externalization of the protagonist's emotional turmoil, the entity in Nightmare House is a more tangible force to be reckoned with. A malignant, furious spirit that's become enraged by our presence. Her motivations at present are unclear, although judging by the frequency of her visits, we can presume she's driven by hatred, maybe even a desire for revenge. With the number of reanimated bodies increasing, we begin to gather more weapons for our much-needed arsenal of defense. Whilst the zombies featured within the prologue section of this mod are simply repurposed headcrab zombies from Half-Life 2, I never found the use of their assets to distract from this self-contained horror experience. It's a testament to just how creepy and unnerving the zombie models and sounds created for Half-Life 2 originally were. After passing through more rooms designed to tick as many haunted house tropes as possible, we emerge into a room solely lit by the warmth of a fireplace. It's a small moment, but a rare one that allows us to catch our breath. And if it wasn't for all the zombies and the disturbing ghostly apparition, this would have been the perfect place to shelter us through the night. But if the last few encounters have taught us anything, it's to never get too comfortable in Nightmare House. This mod has an infamous reputation for its almost exhaustive use of jump scares. And, well, I'll let the next few sections speak for themselves. After fending off a room full of zombies, we realise we're in the front room that we peeked into earlier. With the front door now unlocked and a horde of zombies approaching, we make a desperate attempt to escape with our life. The red glare from our car's brake light now serves as a safe haven in the distance. Hopefully we can get the engine running, or at the very least use the vehicle's body for protection.
Same as it always was, isn't it? The mind just keeps sending you back again. It's interesting how you can find comfort in any familiar situation, even a familiar nightmare. Wake up. It's time for the real nightmare to begin.
After mysteriously surviving the ambush at the house, we awaken inside a padded cell. Was everything we just experienced simply a nightmare? With our sanity now in question, we creak open the cell door and realize something is still very wrong. Just like the haunted house from our apparent dream, this building looks to be in a similar state of disrepair. The floors are littered with debris, lights flicker from the ceilings. Doors have been broken from their hinges, and the walls look as though they are moments away from crumbling. Worst of all, whatever we found at that house appears to have followed us here.
Security alert. Area under lockdown. Please remain calm and wait for further assistance.
With a lockdown now in full effect, we head towards a nearby security room. Inside is a flashlight and a switch.
Security alert rescinded. Lockdown removed.
Hello? Can you hear me? Yes, I'm talking to you. Look, if you want to get out of here, then do exactly as I say. I know you have a lot of questions, but for now it's absolutely vital that you get here as quickly as you can. First, we're going to need to get you armed. Head to the cafeteria, then to the kitchen. You'll find a surprise waiting for you there. You'll need it.
Despite not knowing who the man on the radio was, we have no choice but to follow his direction. Upon returning to the previously locked gate, we discover the body of the security guard on the other side has vanished.
Security alert. Patient leaving cell block without escort. Security and medical staff proceed to the cell detention area immediately.
Stepping into the cafeteria, we find it is similarly devoid of life. It's been a while since anyone enjoyed a meal in this room. Walking into the kitchen, we find the chef, with a familiar-looking axe buried into his body. Using the axe to clear a path forward, the man on the radio reaches out to us once again.
I see you found my axe. God knows how it found its way out here, but you should consider it a blessing. You have no idea how much you're going to need it. Things have gotten pretty ugly here. I wish we could continue this pleasant conversation, but you better keep moving. I'm unlocking the doors for you.
The stranger's confusion regarding how his axe got here finally grants us a bit of context to our current situation. If he doesn't know how the axe got here, then it's unlikely he knows how we arrived here either. And if this axe is his, then there must be some kind of connection between him and the haunted house.
This is a security checkpoint. An inspection is required to proceed past this area. Please remain calm and await the nearby security staff.
After getting past the security checkpoint, we find an elevator, a pistol, and then finally learn the identity of the man who's been helping us.
Are you picking this up? Good. First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Dr. Romero, and like you, I'm stuck in this hellhole. There's been complications, and as a result, we're cut off. It's just you and I here, all alone, in a manner of speaking. Good news is, I've heard that they're sending him. God damn it, I'm losing you. Look, I'll explain everything when you get to me. I'm unlocking the elevator doors for you. Just keep advancing.
I know this mod often gets criticized for its overuse of jump scares, and to a certain extent, I can understand this perspective. But I think it's too broad of a criticism, as there are a number of quieter, creepier moments like this that are still effective to this day. Moments designed solely to create a sense of unease and get under the player's skin. There's one in particular that we'll experience later that I think is especially memorable. Heading up the elevator, we move into a new section of the hospital. For anyone that possesses phobia, you may find this next section to be very unnerving. The radiology department of Never Lose Hope exemplifies all of the anxieties and discomfort associated with the fear of hospitals. Cold, desaturated rooms that feel clinical and oppressive, devoid of the comforts of color or even sunlight. Waiting rooms that are left unattended, forever telling anxious visitors to please stand by. Bodies of former patients rot in the rooms and hallways, their blood-soaked splatters being the only decor breaking up the cold, grey, clinical aesthetic. And the members of staff are unhelpful, dismissive, and have turned into zombies. Okay, maybe that last one is just specific to Nightmare House, but the general feeling of exploring this radiology department is about as uninviting as I can possibly imagine.
There you are. I'm seeing you on the camera. I only have limited access to the security channels around here, but I'll do my best to keep track of where you are. Hold on, let me get those doors open. Alright, keep moving ahead and try to ignore the mess.
As we explore this home of medical horrors, we comb through rooms to collect various resources and solve a puzzle with an MRI machine. Breaking through a ventilation shaft, Dr. Romero then offers us a bit more insight into the backstory behind the hospital's demise.
Maybe I wasn't clear enough when I said that you and I were alone here. What I really should have said was that you and I are the only ones left. Everything here went to hell and people turned into these things. My word of advice to you is to keep an eye out and a gun close. I'm unlocking the main doors. Keep moving.
As you've probably been able to tell, the gameplay of Nightmare House follows a simple but effective loop. It juggles a balance between combat, scare sequences, and moments of narrative exposition. It doesn't always do this perfectly, but it's a design choice that does feel true to the game it was built from, becoming a linear yet highly directed experience. And despite this often predictable design, every now and then, something unexpected can still happen. Upon reaching the end of this stretched out hallway, we can see what looks to be the woman haunting us. Although this time, she's sitting in a wheelchair with an IV drip beside her, alluding to the possibility that she was once a patient here. We're then given a vision of some kind of machinery and pass out. Awakening once again, we find ourselves in the hospital's maintenance area and catch a glimpse of the ghostly apparition. It seems as though she was watching over us while we were unconscious.
Never Lose Hope Hospital does not allow patients and visitors into its maintenance sections. Only trained members of staff. Untrained staff or patients entering these areas run the risk of electrocution, severe burns, coughing fits, and potential limb loss. Please turn away now. Yes, I am talking about you.
Breaking into a nearby storage room, we find a revolver and share another conversation with Dr. Romero. This time, he reveals a familiarity with the woman we have been seeing.
Look, I know you can see her. She wants something from you. Just be careful.
This conversation could suggest that Dr. Romero treated us as a patient here when we first arrived. This would explain how he is aware of the things we have been hallucinating. Or it's entirely possible this ghostly entity may in fact be real. And the doctor's familiarity stems from him also experiencing these paranormal sightings. Crouching behind the laundry machine, we discover a vent. On the other side is another security gate that blocks the path ahead. We'll need to restore the power. Searching through the darkness, we use flares to locate and collect fuses and restart the generator. After passing through a network of pipes and dimly lit crawl spaces, we find ourselves in another hospital ward, and another vision courses through our mind. We see glimpses of patients losing their lives, followed by mattresses disrupted by a paranormal force and another vent that gives way to a rusted metal pathway. Walking back and forth between each side, the walls begin to close in until we are trapped in a confined space. With no doors or exits, we've become stuck. From the brief glimpses we saw, there's an implication that the woman took her own life back at the house. Something that does begin to allude at the backstory fueling her hatred. One that up until this point has been difficult to decipher. I'd also theorize that this attempt to end things resulted in her being brought to this hospital, where the medical staff were unfortunately unable to revive her. Heading towards the surgery department, we're relieved to discover help is on the way. A chance for us to finally escape from this infernal nightmare. As we walk into the next medical ward, a number of shadowed figures populate the hall. residual echoes of those who lost their lives to whatever horrific event occurred here.
We would like to take a minute of your time to notify you. There is something behind you.
This announcer, who is honestly one of my favorite aspects of Nightmare House, doesn't seem to be an automated system, reacting to our moment-to-moment actions.
Access to private rooms of patients in this section is prohibited without proper authorization.
Whoever it is, they must be observing us through the hospital's surveillance equipment, just like Dr. Romero has been doing. Entering another vent, we endure another claustrophobia-inducing hallucination as the space behind us closes in tighter and tighter until we plummet below and find ourselves surrounded by strange creatures lurking in the darkness.
That's not the target. I don't know who you are or why you're here, but there's no time for introductions. We're on a search and destroy mission. Join us and maybe we'll all have a chance of getting out of here in one piece. Sir, I think I saw something. All right, ladies, let's move. You seem like you know your way around here. Do you mind taking point? Don't worry, we'll cover you.
I'm not sure allowing an armed patient from the psych ward to take point is the most tactical move, but at least we now have some firepower to back us up. Fighting off waves of enemies with this team of SWAT operatives provides a nice change of pace from previous encounters. A focus on combat that makes the experience feel almost reminiscent of Monolith Productions' original F.E.A.R game. This change in gameplay escalates even more after the first SWAT member is dragged up into a crawl space above us, leaving their weapon for us to collect. Unfortunately, our team up with the SWAT is short-lived, as Nightmare House pulls a familiar trick to separate us from the squad.
God damn it. Wait, we'll try to. Shit. Find another way up and meet us later. Good luck.
The next section effectively resets the elevated pacing and tone, as we skulk through narrow spaces in complete darkness. And with our flashlight no longer working, we clutch onto the temporary reprieve provided by flares to illuminate the way forward. Eventually, we find ourselves back into the main building, but our way is blocked by the hospital's fire safety precautions.
For participating in this fire drill. If it was a real fire, you'd be dead by now.
I had a feeling I'd find you around this area. Have you heard the good news? Help has arrived. There is a helicopter patrolling the area outside this hospital as we speak. The only problem is, my transmitter is being blocked by radio equipment inside the hospital. I'm not in the position to contact them by light signal either. Let me think for a second. Oh, you've been through the surgery area, correct? Then you're really close to the radio room. Get there and shut off that equipment. Then we'll be able to contact them and we can get the f*** out of here.
On our way to shut off the radio transmitter blocking Romero's signal, we experience a sequence used to evoke a specific brand of personal hell. The mannequin sequence in Nightmare House 2 has an infamous reputation. It's a collection of scares that are designed to subvert the player's expectations and compound the feeling of surrealism further than ever before. This section stands out as the best example of the subtler and creepier type of horror I mentioned earlier. A stark contrast to Nightmare House's usual tricks. This is because this horror is not originating from the ghostly apparition, but rather a company called Daveco. Yeah, don't let the name fool you. There's not much context for what exactly Daveco even is, but many have speculated online that it might relate to a potential lore expansion that was once planned, or an entirely separate game We Create Stuff had in the works. It'll be interesting to see whether this mysterious mannequin corporation makes another appearance in the upcoming remake. After our brief ordeal with Daveco, we discover the missing SWAT member on the ground. In a nearby room, we then find the radio transmitter and a texture error my PC created in order to whiplash us out of our immersion. Romero says the console is locked and asks us to find another way to shut it down. So we have to improvise a solution.
You did it. I should be able to send a transmission within a couple minutes. You better get out of there. The whole place is on fire.
During our escape from the flames, we become trapped by a locked door. But just moments before we are engulfed by the fire, the woman makes another appearance and unexpectedly saves our life. Perhaps we have misjudged her intentions. After all, why would she have kept us alive? Reuniting with the squad, we collect our weapons and begin our escape from Never Lose Hope Hospital.
Loading bay gate now opening. Please stand clear.
Fighting through an onslaught of zombies until we reach a locked door.
Great. Hey, get into the vent up there. See if you can find a way around to unlock the door from the other side. We'll hang out here until you're done.
Looking beneath the grate of the ventilation shaft, we see a bloodbath of bodies. Without any sound, screams, or gunfire, all three of them were wiped out from right under us. And it's not long before we learn who is responsible.
Starting to miss you.
Alongside the mannequin section, this moment is another great example of subtle horror that's able to send a chill down our spines. And I love that if you didn't look down whilst moving through the vent, the reveal could have been missed entirely. It's played off so unceremoniously and with far more restraint compared to how the rest of the mod broadcasts many of its more startling moments.
Okay, one locked door's enough. We don't have time for this. Move aside. I always wanted to do this.
After battling through another frantic combat encounter with zombies, one of the team members begins to experience nausea. A sickness brought upon by prolonged exposure to something within the hospital. After splitting up to open the gate,
Loading bay gate now opening. Please stand clear.
we return only to find the nauseous SWAT member has turned on his fellow teammate.
My eyes are open now. I can see what you really are. I'm going to send you back to hell where you belong, you son of a bitch. Help! Oh shit! Shoot! Now! That was a close call. Thanks for your help. It's this place. Obviously the target is more powerful than we thought. We need to get out of here before things get any worse.
With the pressure escalating, we clear a path towards the exit. But our squad's numbers are thinned once again.
Holy shit! Oh my god, we've got to get the hell out of here now. I know the way. Follow me. We're gonna have to breach this one. There's the evac point. Secure the LZ. This is Alpha. We're at the evac point. Repeat, we're at the evac point. Roger that, Alpha. Stand by for backup. I don't feel so good. No. Run back inside now.
Awakening from the wreckage of our evac chopper, we find the remaining SWAT member fatally wounded. In his final moments, he reveals the truth about who's behind the unspeakable horrors we have been encountering at the hospital.
Well, that sucks. I guess this is it for me. This mission went to hell real fast. This hospital, it's been abandoned for a while now. Some things happened here. People went missing. They just covered it all up. However, that was so long ago. They detected something beneath the hospital. A pulse. And then it all became clear. We found that same signal in the past. In that old house in the woods up north. We know exactly who we're looking for. Only this time, he's got nowhere to run. My squad and I, we were sent here to track him down. The man responsible for all of this. His name is Dr. Romero. Find that asshole and waste him. Good luck.
As we take the elevator down towards Dr. Romero, we're presented with a choice. descend further towards the Mad Doctor's underground facility, or escape while we still have the chance. Before making this choice, we can head behind the reception desk and discover a secret. The identity of the mod's most infamous character.
I do not wish for you to see me like this. Please leave now.
That sort of looks like me after I finished editing a video. Choosing to leave the hospital results in us experiencing the alternate ending to Nightmare House, a scenario whereby we are punished for making the decision to flee Never Lose Hope Hospital. Although this is not the canon ending, it does confirm that this ghost will not allow us to leave until we have fulfilled a purpose. Choosing to instead head further into the depths, the announcer gives us a final warning.
If you do not have the proper authorization, please leave immediately. It's for your own good.
Entering into the next room, we find ourselves in Dr. Romero's makeshift living quarters. Inside, there's a picture of him and his wife Emily posing in front of a house they had purchased. A house and woman that look awfully familiar. There are also drawings depicting the same machine we briefly saw earlier in a vision. On Dr. Romero's terminal, we're finally given some much needed backstory behind the character and the events that transpired here. Dr. George Romero and his wife Emily Romero lived at the now abandoned house on Montague Lane. During the time in which they took residence and his tenure at Never Lose Hope Hospital, Dr. Romero began working on an experiment. A machine he referred to as the core. This mechanical sphere emits a signal that possesses the ability to control an individual and flood their mind with distressing hallucinations. But during the early testing of his machine, there was an unintended victim to its effects. Emily Romero was accidentally targeted by the core's influence. It was an experience that was so traumatizing, or possibly so overpowering, that it led to her death. In his grief-stricken panic, Dr. Romero rushed Emily's body to Never Lose Hope Hospital to try and revive her. But whilst he and the nurses were unable to save her life, their efforts were not entirely in vain, as they had awakened her uneasy spirit, one that was now driven by a desire for revenge. Despite the loss of his wife, Dr. Romero's fixation on the core was unshaken. He continued to work on the device, but had to move it to another location due to it having adverse effects on the population near his old residence. He had also begun to suffer from nightmares, noting how in just 2 short weeks, he had been able to fill an entire journal with descriptions of his frightening dreams. Realizing the source of his terror was originating from the ghost of his late wife, Dr. Romero made further adjustments to the core's signal, giving it the ability to prevent her spirit from being able to harm him. Unable to enact her revenge, Emily was forced to take a different approach. And on one quiet, lonely night, an unassuming individual driving down Montague Lane had an accident. Their car lost control and veered off the road, crashing into a tree just outside of the old Romero house. Emily then ensured the individual suffered an experience that was so traumatic that when the ambulance arrived to assist them, their descriptions of what happened resulted in them being transferred to the psych ward at none other than Never Lose Hope Hospital. Whilst Emily's unassuming participant waited in their padded cell, Dr. Romero initiated the core's second test. Its impact was devastating. The machine once again malfunctioned, wiping out the hospital staff and their patients and turning the corpses into zombies. Everyone had succumbed to the fate of the signal. Everyone except the patient in the padded cell. The core's influence had weakened Emily's abilities, but it was not enough to stop her from protecting the patient from its effects. Despite Dr. Romero's devastation at a second failed experiment, after just 2 more months, he couldn't resist testing the core once again. But he needed a test subject, the only person left in Never Lose Hope Hospital. This is why Dr. Romero has been helping us. From the moment we woke up, he has been directing us to this very location, hoping to test his invention once again. Even the reason he asked us to destroy the radio transmitter was solely to extend the core's signal reach, resulting in it being able to reach the SWAT team and destroy the squad from within. There's a couple of interesting anecdotes to also be found in his terminal entries. Amusingly, one of the other issues Romero encountered was his inability to control the hospital's announcement system. As he toiled away on the core, the voice continued to berate and, in his words, poke fun at his ego. It's very possible the announcer could in fact be Emily, or at the very least is influenced by her. These anecdotal issues made Dr. Romero increasingly unstable, with him now being desperate to have complete control of the situation. Something we cannot allow to happen.
This is the core, my life's long work. It's beautiful, isn't it? It's important to me, and I'll go as far as needed in order to achieve my goals. I've made some mistakes, sacrifices my loved one, and even I myself, but I have to continue. There is no turning back now. I'm afraid I can't let you interfere. It's protecting me, you see, keeping me safe from her. Therefore, I have to send a few friends to keep you company. Let's see how long you can last against them. That's always a great experiment.
Breaking the support beams of the core, Romero continues to try and force us into hallucinatory situations designed to kill us. But despite the core's powerful influence, Emily continues to rescue us from every scenario it throws our way.
No, that can't be. She can't be here. Stop it.
Becoming a battle between the husband and wife's ability to manipulate what little sanity remained within our mind. Eventually, we break the final support, leaving Dr. Romero's fate in the hands of another.
Well, what do you know? It's still operative. I guess I won. Oh shit! Emily, my love, it worked. You're back. I'm sorry for everything that's happened. I'm sorry for everything I had to... No! No! Ah!
Listen, you're about to make a big mistake. The core, it's also...
Thank you.
Nightmare House remains one of my favorite community-made projects for a video game. We Create Stuff working on this for over 2 years and then releasing it entirely for free is the purest example of artistic expression. The concept behind creating something solely because you had a story to tell or a gameplay idea that you were passionate about, and to build this modification on top of an engine from a game released in 2004 shows just how versatile the source engine was, and honestly still is. But what are your thoughts on Nightmare House 2, and are you excited for the remake? If you'd like to assist my recovery from looking like this, and fuel the creation of similar content, please consider showing your support. Thank you again for your time. I look forward to journeying into the void of you again very soon.